Hi everyone, this is Kay and the Collective Soul Tarot channel. Welcome back to the channel. Let's get started. We're going to do a alphabet reading. Are we doing an alphabet reading? I do believe we are. Okay, and we got D and E left, so which one? D or E? It's E. You're going to do E. Okay, D obviously the next time. And then the birth year will be sometimes I remember to shake it off microphone, sometimes I don't. 83. Okay, so it's an E name reading irrespective of the year, birth year. Whether you're born in 83 or not, this is still your reading if you're an E name. With the E name would be the first initial of your first, middle, last, or nickname that you most identify with, okay? Now, let's begin. We're going to start off with 3 bits of information from the Intuit Oracle. Archangel Michael, Holy Spirit, thank you for being here and enveloping me in your beautiful wings of divine protection and love and guidance. Please help me correctly interpret the energies in the cards and to help me see clearly. What do we have for the messages for E names, whether they're born in 1983 or not? What do we have for E names, please? Thank you for today, Tuesday, January 23rd, 2024. Thank you. Huh? These two. Oh, we got 3. Archangel Michael said you got them. Okay, we got them. Yay. Let's find out what they are. So we have bouquet. And remember, this is not past, present, and near future. This is just 3 bits of information about the reading, the story that we're going to find out with these tarot cards. So bouquet, happy, harmony, beauty, creativity, a gift, art, reconciliation, expressive, gratitude, appreciation, openness, love, and warmth. That's beautiful. Absolutely. Cross, destiny, spirituality, divine guidance, trials, sorrow, emotional loss, necessity, conviction, duty, crisis, and fate. So that's a little bit more ominous, right? Some type of grief. But with the flowers next to it, it's not going to be as bad, have that much of a lasting impact on you emotionally. Then we have birds. Look at those 2 little birds talking to each other. Communication, negotiation, chatty, debate, discussing something, flighty, nervous, ADHD, making contact, noisy, text or call someone. Very nice. Very, very nice. Most definitely very nice. All right, the little cards, the little tarot, it will be the one that is going to fill in the gaps, clarify the story for us. So Archangel Michael and my Holy Spirit, can you please tell us what the story is going to be about? For our E names, whether they're born in 1983 or not, it doesn't matter. It's for our E names. The 1983 birth year is just an added little, bonus kind of detail. That if you happen to be born in 1983 and have an E name, this should really resonate with you even more so. Okay. Got our first card here. What do we know? We know it's the Emperor. Holy moly. Bouquet, happy, harmonious, beauty, creativity, a gift, art, reconciliation, expressive. Our Emperor will be expressive. Grateful and appreciate things and be open and loving and warm. Beautiful. Yes, what next? Oh, the Empress. I mean, seriously. You seen how I did that, right? Oh my gosh, it just blows me away sometimes. Empress came out. Okay, she's your destiny. She's you see her as being quite spiritual, and that she believes in her divine guidance. She's had emotional loss, which might have been an emotional loss of losing you. but she has convictions, and she has a duty to maybe she's like really focused on her own life and, you know, her own prosperity, finances, abundance, and just living life really well, being quite fertile, you know, birthing new worlds of reality. Yeah, wow. Emperor, she births, he builds. So perfect, you know, counterpart to each other. It's kind of sad though that he's looking kind of, yeah, he's looking kind of straight ahead, and she's looking straight ahead too, but her body. So it goes to tell us that you're both open to whatever can happen with respect to the two of you being together. But she's more like, her body is facing slightly off, saying that she's open, but at the same time she's still focused on what is right for her, what is good for her. And of course the Emperor, looking forward, he's dealing with his empire. You know, he's straight on dealing with his empire. So he still has a bit of a 3D, like a material world focus with what's going on in his kingdom. And she is more like, I got my little flower here. You know, it's kind of on a wand. She's growing a flower out of it. Yeah, it's blossoming. Her little wand is blossoming. She's got a harp down here, so she plays and she's creative, and she, you know, doesn't take life as seriously. But she is to the point where she says, you know what? If I'm ever going to be happy and make my life happy, I have to be happy myself, independently. Peace. That's the Two of Swords. Yeah, so there's been some blocking, but at the same time, it's like going within because you can't see. You got a blindfold on, collective. You got a blindfold on. Prince of Pentacles, she is the Page of Pentacles, and that's the Princess of Pentacles. Yeah, she's the Page of Pentacles, I come to learn. And then we have the Queen of Swords, right under the Empress. You know what that's about. And then we have the unstable effect of the Seven of Swords. Now this Queen of Swords could also be somebody that you've been dealing with, all right, in your life right now. And then there's the Queen of Pentacles on the back with a Hierophant, the Moon, and the Ten of Pentacles. Yep. This speaks in then Justice, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Sun, Ace of Wands, the Chariot, King of Swords. Wow, that is amazing. So yeah, this speaks of the commitment that you were in, Emperor. Yep. You haven't been communicating with her. You haven't. But you want to. You want to send her a message. You want to make her an offer. And this might be her because of this. Make sense, guys? Okay, I have already shuffled these guys, as they're not the easiest, so we're going to go with this. Dog. Protection from a powerful friend. So there's somebody in your life who's been looking out for you, and or you've been turning inward and finding that very capable protector inside you. Dark man, dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So it's just a man. So it could be a man that you have been finding solace in the sense that they become your confidant. And let's see, lightning. Control your anger or you will be sorry. Who's been able to kind of talk you down off the ledge. The ledge of no return, right? Of how this one over here has been making your life quite miserable. And then V, victory is victory in some endeavor. Yeah. So some endeavor, whether that's actual relationship endeavor or it's you know, you're moving forward and the one that you want to go towards, you may need to put some things into place, like putting a puzzle together, and it could have something to do with either education, career, or people that you need to be communicating with and organizing some type of you know, cohesive type of what do you call it, a work study, a work collaboration across the miles, you know, stuff like that. So for example, if you were moving to another country where it would be closer to this one if you knew her from afar, right? And you want to be closer to her, obviously. But you don't need to, you know, it might be a situation where you can work from there. Let's say you're a consultant, you know, for a company, that you may not be the consultant for the company in your own place where you live right now, but maybe you are. But you're in a position where you know a lot about the work you do, that you're able to go across the miles and consult with other companies in that particular country to help them to modernize and expand their businesses, whatever it is that you're in. You know, you're able to do that from wherever you are. Doesn't matter. You might have to travel from where you are when you come to be with her. You might have to go this way and that way to those different companies and stuff like that, but you'll be in the same country. It's kind of like that thing that you need to get these things organized, orchestrated. So there will be a victory in some endeavor. Now it could also mean that you're trying to leave this one behind, this relationship, through divorce or just going your separate ways if you're not married. Legal separation, then on to divorce, and you'll be victorious in that endeavor. Okay, so that is that's the whole crux of that particular card. The projection, you know, the protection of, you are protected. That's why you're going to be victorious. Okay, you're protected because you're following your heart. You know that this one's in your heart. This one was what it meant, what it had to be. Maybe you're coming to realize that now. It was what it had to be for you at the time. But this one's always been the one that you've been in love with, even though you may not have been wanting to admit to that to yourself, first of all. And then have to admit to the one, this one, and this one. But yeah. You have been blocking your feelings about her, keeping things secret with the moon. It's keeping your secrets because moon is about your feelings. And, you know, you've got the blindfolders on, which says, you know, I don't want to see, I don't want to know, I don't want to know how I feel about this person. Because it's just going to make things messy, and it's going to mess up my ability to be authentic and true with this one, the Queen of Pentacles, the one you're committed to, or were at least. So you have got somebody who's protecting you, and it could be, you might have a lawyer who's got dark hair or dark skin that you are, or just a friend, a really good friend or a work friend, somebody you can go to and tell them what is on your mind, how you've been feeling about things, and know it's safe, right? Know it's safe. Because you've been very angry lately, very, very angry. And your guy here, he's trying to, you know, talk you off the ledge. In other words, trying to keep you from going overboard with your anger to the point where it could really mess things up for you, especially if you're in a legal case with divorce. Your anger about what this one's been doing and how you feel about it. And now you might even be angry thinking that, from deciding back then to be with this one, I may have lost out on an opportunity to be with this one. All the time that's gone by. You might be angry about that. So your guy there is trying to help you to control that and to manage it. And like I said, if it's a King of Swords, like if it's a lawyer, then it's like he's going to say, that anger that you got, you just need to tell me about it. and not her, because if she finds out anything that she can use against you, you're going to end up paying more to her than you really want to, or what's really fair. So just keep your anger, tell me about what angers you instead. Imagine a lot of lawyers become, confidants and counselors, really, to people who are going through divorce in particular. So now we've got this, right? You, her, and she's like taking care of her own business. She's doing what she needs to do. She's overcome whatever it was that you're now dealing with yourself, in the sense that you've got it going on here with this one, and you know how you remember what it was like when you were with this one, and how you may have left them. Okay, you've been blocking your feelings about them, and you want to reconnect with them, or you want to at least approach them with that, but you see that they're going to be very, very upfront and straight with you. Like, okay, I've got my act together now. I had to crawl along the pavement for a while after I picked and peeled myself all by myself, off the pavement. And I have overcome. I've risen above my pain. I've healed it, and I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Whether you block me or not, I'm doing good. I'm doing good. And if you come back to me, I'd need to know that this kind of funny behavior is no longer E-names. E-names, whether you're born in 1983, this funny behavior, a toxic behavior of manipulation, lies, and deceit, just needs to go. She would need to know. She will be asking you, where are you at with that? And this, are you married? She would probably ask you, are you still married? Where are you at with that? Okay, and this one here is like the Queen of Pentacles. This is your marriage with her. She's become some kind of hierophant in your life, in the sense that she's been trying to control you through coming across to you as though she knows everything. Okay? And she knows everything. And she knows everything, because she's been keeping a lot of it to herself. There's been so many things hidden from you. It just like, it's gobsmacking to you. It's just like, I can't believe how much I've not seen. Well, you've not been seeing because you got blinder on there. This has been going on for a while, sitting on your fence, just letting her do what she needs to do, because you don't want to know any different. Because then you'd have to get off the fence, get off the chair, and actually start acting to straighten things out, to balance things in your marital life with her. Whew. Yep. Unfortunately, the Ten of Pentacles is what's been driving the relationship, you've come to realize. And it's more about the money than it is about the fairness, the justice, the love, the kindness, the compassion, the devotion, the loyalty. It's more about that. So you bringing in balance, by bringing a balance to your situation, by cutting off that which has been hanging on to you and keeping you struggling with trying to keep yourself above the water level, right? So that you can breathe. Yeah. So you had to cut off that thing, which is her and her ways, to be able to find some buoyancy in your life, so that you can be much more calmer, because your head is above the water now. It's not being dragged under. So guys, E-names. Let's talk about the Emperor. 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 Okay, the Emperor, Archangel Michael. The Star. Yeah. Healing, rising above, finding balance, putting an end to an old cycle, the World, which begins a brand new cycle for you. And Eight of Wands, which is you wanting to communicate Take action to communicate with her. It could also say that you have been enlightened. You found some guidance from above or within yourself, right? That helped you see that it was time to end a situation because of so much angry things being said back and forth to each other, you and your Queen of Pentacles, with this long-term commitment that you had with the Queen of Pentacles. Realizing it was, you come to realize through this that it's really been, she's been with you for financial convenience sake. Like it was more about the pentacle than it was about a truly loving, devoted, loyal, long-term partnership. Empress. We have the Ace of Swords. Yeah, you know, she swears by the sword now. The Justice, because she is like, she's all about the spiritual, right? The Six of Wands, she's been feeling really, really good. And Sun. Yep. There's the Page of Cups and 4 coins. But yeah, so this is her feeling really, really good. Justice is fairness and balance. She's in a balanced place where she is, you know, with the Queen of Swords, they are fair. They listen to you. They give you your day in court, basically, and they won't cut you out like right away. They start seeing a little yellow in your flag. They're going to ask you some questions, and there might be some hard to, you know, face questions. But Six of Wands is about, she's in, you know, feeling victorious in her own skin. The Sun, she's happy, she's enlightened, she's awakened, she's prosperous, she's abundant, she's expanding, ever expanding, and peaceful and calm. So the Two of Swords, it's all about, you know, blocking this and that, not seeing whatever, because you needed to kind of rein in some peace for yourself, peace and calm for yourself, by not having to look at things and know the chaos that's all around you. Know about the chaos. Yeah. We have the Hermit. Yeah, that's going into, you know, introspective. King of Wands, taking action, making sure that you're going to be in charge of the way you feel, because you're going to have to be, Knight of Cups, though, right there. So you had come to realize that with having the Empress in your life at that time, back in the day, where you might have chose this one over her, or somebody over her, and left her, okay, to have to peel herself off the pavement. You were in your big time player days at the time. You were showing her that through your time here. And so what I'm trying to say is through your time here, with blocking out what the external world was doing, and just kind of kidding yourself a bit that everything out there is not something I need to pay attention to, at least not right now. That's going into hermit land. That's going into inside, like doing some soul searching, seeing, yeah, I know there's all this stuff going on outside me, and if I don't cut my ties with one of them, at least all hell is going to break loose, and I'm going to be the worst shit in the world, right? And this is the King of Wands saying, I got to do something about this, and I've got to be straight up and just like ruthless, because I cannot collaborate with her. And she probably wasn't an empress then, but she's risen up, you know, because she's found her inner truth through all of it, all that pain. And she's doing, you know, it was a third party you had her in, is what I'm saying. But you're like, since you met her, you couldn't entertain the one that you were with, and having her in your life as well. And it could have been too because the way you felt about her, but you didn't. Like, you couldn't feel that way about her, right? Because it would just mess up everything. How can you be truthful and honest and transparent with the one you're you're committed to, right? When you have all these really deep feelings for somebody else, another woman. So let's talk about the Page of Pentacles, which is the Princess of Pentacles here. Strength. Six of Cups. And the Five of Wands. Temperance. Five of Coins. Yeah. You held back. You held back from courageously moving forward by following your heart to be with this one, because you didn't have the strength and the courage to end that with this one, whoever you were with, before you met this one. That you had already committed to somebody else before her. You didn't have the strength and the courage to do that. There was no inner strength. It was more like you'd have to take action strength. Be, you know, ruthlessly honest. Even if it wasn't honesty, it was like ruthless in the sense that I never loved you. You know, I wouldn't want to be with you because I mean, it was just supposed to be a fling. I never loved you. You know, you could say something like that. That's ruthless, but not necessarily the truth. Could be your truth, but not necessarily. So you had not found inner strength at that time, and so you went back to who was in your past. You went back to this long time that you've been with for a long time. Six of Cups, right? But she may have found out that you had another lover on the side, and she may have felt as though you would put her in a competition with the Five of Wands, and your personalities started to clash. And as a result, you kind of went into coasting. Like, I just need to, like, okay, I'm not going to fight her. I'm not going to argue against her. I'm not going to admit to anything, but I'm just going to, like, I just need to sit and think, or not sit and think, but in the sense where you're not going to let the chaos and the conflict between you and your long-term partner to drag you down, drag you under. You're trying to find some balance so that you could move forward in faith in some way. Move forward in faith to be able to offer your pentacle to somebody else, or at least let's see, talk to me again about the Page of Pentacles, please. Can you tell me which one, like, who's this Page of Pentacles for? A card fell on the floor. I'll need to pick that up. We have the Lovers, the Two of Wands. Okay, just give me a sec, guys. I've got to pick that card up. Take my microphone off. Oh, and kick the light too. Yeah. No good. Oh, the Queen of Swords. Okay, that's who it was. It was the Queen of Swords, which is the lover. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I got it. Hot dog. I got it. So the Queen of Swords is this one here. It's not this Queen of Swords. Okay? This Queen of Swords is that one. The Queen of Swords is your Queen of Pentacles over here that you didn't know at the time. But you had made a choice to be with her over being with your other person that you were with before. Yeah. And so you had a choice to make. So you chose to be with the Queen of Pentacles, who wasn't your Queen of Pentacles at the time. She was, she was the Queen of Swords, or she turned into the Queen of Swords. Why do I keep picking up that deck? Yep. So the Page of Pentacles, that offer was to somebody else. Now this is getting confusing, right? So you could have, you see, at the same time, you could have made a decision after this was going south or into that's, I was getting the sense that there was somebody else before this one that you chose that one over this one. And that one here is not the same as this one here. This is someone else. Yeah, the one that you've known for a long time, maybe since childhood, E-names, was your permanent partner at the time when you met the Empress. This one must have found out about you, stepping out on the relationship, and arguments, chaos, conflict ensued as a response to that. It's like your personalities began to clash. And you had, went into this like not doing anything. I just kind of need to, oh my God, I feel numb because my life is falling apart. My long-term partner no longer believes in me and in our marriage, and she wants to end it. So you're going to end it. You're going to end it. And again, at that point, that pivotal point in time, you had the option to choose to be with somebody else who was the Queen of Swords, or this one. You still chose this one over that one. Lovers. You saw them as your perfect self. Who is the Queen of Pentacles now, right? You gave an offer of let's be together, let's maybe marry and be together, let's be lovers. You gave that pentacle to what would become your Queen of Pentacles over here. See, she's holding that pentacle right there. Yeah, and you gave that pentacle to her. So yeah, you could have chosen to be with the Empress at that time, but you didn't. You chose this one who became then your Queen of Swords. Nasty. Oh, look, and she's upside down too. How about that? Oh yeah, she became toxic, maybe verbally abusive, demanding, not fair at all. And her way or the highway mentality. So you had to walk a different direction. You took a different direction, and that direction led you to her. But also now, after realizing you've been choosing everyone else over the one that's actually been singing in your heart all these years that you've been trying to block, you're starting to see that you need to go that direction. You had been at that point in time, in the most recent past at least, been looking at your two options, two paths. Those cards, they just want to come out. So here we go. King of Cups. Seven of Swords. Yeah, look at that. And the Ace of Cups. So, yeah. She is very, very interested in knowing that this energy here that you had sat in at one time is gone. She needs to know that you've been taking care of yourself, learning to love yourself because she has. She needs to know that in order for her to be on a path of great love with you, she needs to know that you've been taking care of yourself. And guess what? You have. At this point, you've come to realize who it is that you love. You have established, here's your last one. You've established love within yourself, saying, I need to pay attention to me now. I need to turn within, or at least if that's not what you're saying I need to find that harmony within me, because I know what I've come to learn from all this, if not anything else, is that I've been choosing everyone else over the one that my heart has been calling out for. Because of what I did, right? Behaving like I don't want to know. And for that reason, it means, I obviously don't think I'm worthy of being happy. I'm not worthy of being happy, because if I was, I wouldn't keep choosing people under the assumption that they will make me happy if I'm with them. Instead of listening to the heart that's within me that's saying your happiness lies within. And you go in there, it's like turning the TV on, right? Go in there and you turn the TV on, which is like your heart television. And it's the first channel that comes up, and there are no commercials. No commercials at all. It's just all about how your heart's pounding for the love of the Empress, the one that has grown, has become more of a resonancy. She's the one that you had to rise above your lower energies here to become the Empress, who's now more of a counterpart. You're a perfect match counterpart for the Empress. That's Heart TV. You go within, you turn the channel, you turn the Heart TV on, and you turn up the volume. And then you definitely are listening. As the King of Cups, you're listening. You've mastered your emotions. You're putting your deceptive, toxic ways behind, loving yourself, because the Ace of Cups is about finding love within yourself, as on top of, pursuing a brand new path of great love. And then, prosperity, right? New beginnings in prosperity and abundance is your direction forward with the Queen of Swords. Facing the questions she may have for you. She may not have too many, because she's like, is that like, okay, if he shows up now, it must mean something, and if I'm as balanced as I am, then it's kind of like, if I'm as balanced as I am, I don't really have any fears, right? I don't need to fear that someone's going to try and take advantage of me. When you're an Empress energy, you don't fear that, because you've worked through all of those things by moving through all the minor arcanas and the major arcanas of the tarot deck, moving through from the Fool to ending a cycle to begin a brand new one, and then going from like the Two of Coins, let's say, to not being balanced, to the Three of Coins, to collaborating with somebody to find balance. Four of Coins, really starting to amass and becoming attached to someone and something. Five of Coins is like being too attached that you're now feeling like you're just kind of left out in the cold, and you're concerned about your money more. Six of Coins, you're starting to find balance. There's that balance of being generous and kind and caring. Seven of Coins is looking at what you're harvesting and still saying, you know what, there's more to be done here. Eight of Coins is putting that work in really, really hard and focusing on it, to master your skills and abilities to really manifest and produce what it is that you want in your life. And I'm not talking about just about the material stuff. I'm talking about love as well. Then there's the Nine of Coins, right? That's being independent, even if you're in a relationship. If you're in a relationship, the best kind of relationship to be in is where you both can act independently but be together at the same time, because you both have your things going on and you both support each other. Then the Ten of Pentacles comes along as a result. Correct? Right. You got it all. So she's been working through all that, and so she's settled. She doesn't have to fear that if you come back to her, E-name, that she's going to say, oh, I'm so afraid you're going to take advantage of me and all that stuff. She's going to forthrightly ask, because it was a major energy event in her life that caused her to be on her own, that caused her to grow. She is grateful, may not tell you that, but she is grateful that she's had the experiences she had, because when you can release your fear in that subconscious mind that makes us operate and do things that, we're going to bring more fear, attract more fearful things into our experience. When you can release the fear, that's negativity, that's ego, that's pride. You release all that from your subconscious mind because you're healed. You've risen above it all through your connection with the divine. Then you do not have any reason to fear, because you don't have those old fears laying there in wait, dormant. If they have been dormant, they're not going to be there to bubble up into your conscious mind and cause you all sorts of negative grief. When you've risen above it, you really don't have many fears at all. And if they are, they're fairly insignificant. All right? It's just like, I fear if I paint my toenails today, I wonder how long it's going to take, because I really have to go somewhere and I don't want them to be damaged. So I fear them not being, that's just a simple, I fear them not being dry enough once I get them in my shoe, and then when I get home, I'll see that they're all damaged. I'm just going to have to do it all over again. Might be something just simple, and then you go, oh well, whatever it is what it is. And if my nails get damaged, then it'll just give me an opportunity to put on a different color or not have anything at all. All right, so the unstable effect of the Seven of Swords. Let's talk about that. She's in a prosperity mindset, okay? And you are too now, getting there. E-names. King of Coins, talk about a prosperity mindset. Wow. Ace of Wands and passion. Wealth and passion. Groundedness and passion. Wow. Nine of Wands, wounded warrior with the Five of Cups. You're wounded because, you know, you walked away from her, but you had to walk away from something like this one here was unfair with you when you were her husband as the Emperor. She had been in player day energy as you have been, and yeah, and so you have been this whole energy too when you're in the Five of Swords energy, and you know that that's all that energy that you are remembering yourself as how it brought your connection down with this one here, with the Empress. But you also realize that this one's been behaving very much like yourself, the old story, and you're a wounded warrior and you're feeling sad and missing and regretful. You're missing her. You're regretful that you've chosen her when she was, over this one, and regretful that you had chosen to stay with this one, even though that might have been like your mainstay, since you were young. The two of you known each other since high school or whatever in a relationship. But yeah, you were player day stuff. You were somebody's husband at the time and you were betraying your wife and you walked away from the best thing that ever happened to you, Empress. Besides your kids, of course, right? So guys, that looks good because she's going to be able to move towards you in confidence. She's going to be able to respond to you in confidence. Let's see what she might say to you when you do reach out to talk to her and try to reconnect. Let's see what she'd like to say. You can get something, Archangel Michael, from her, the Empress, to the Emperor here, please. Thank you, Archangel Michael. From her to the Emperor. From the Empress to the Emperor, please. What would she like to say? I'm so proud of you. She would like to say, you show up in this energy. Wow. King of Coins, right? You are very natural, very grounded, all, a big committer. Like you're a type of person who wants to commit. You weren't before because you're in the King of Wands energy. But you have been given an opportunity to follow your dreams and you're doing it. As a wounded warrior, possibly still, because you don't know what, if you want to include her in your dreams, what she would do, okay? But she's going to see that when you come to her, like I said, she's going to, if she's in Empress energy, she doesn't have a fear that you're going to try and be like this with her, because she would not, as a Queen of Swords, she would know, she'd see right through you. She's intuitive and she's very discerning. As is Empress, it's all four queens. So she see right through you. She'll see the red flags and she'll know the difference. So if she doesn't see that in you, like in the first moment of hearing from you or seeing you, it's kind of like she's going to say, well, you know what? I don't see any problems here. You're my muse. So somebody, like I said, she would not be now. She would not be angry at you, E-names, for what you did in the past. Because look how she was able, like I said, peel herself off the pavement and then crawl along the pavement for a while. That was her spiritual journey. She's become an Empress, high vibe energy. She's highly in tune with her higher self, the God within. And you're her muse in the sense that you've been, she's been keeping an eye on you, or learn from whatever it is, but it's watching you go through what you went has helped her grow. Strange. Yeah. I want to text you, but I'm nervous. So she might want to, right? She might want to, but she, being an Empress, she's waiting. She's waiting. She's waiting. So let's see. What would you like to say to her? So now I got decks to do that with. Archangel Michael, will you please tell us now? Thank you for those messages from the Empress to the Emperor. Can you please give us some messages that come from the Emperor to the Empress? Archangel Michael, thank you so much. I feel your energy around me all the time. Wow, that's gorgeous. I adore you. That's even more gorgeous. Wow. Last one. This connection scares me sometimes. I've never felt like this with anyone else before. Yeah, and you know, the kind of energy she brought into your life, that love, you didn't really recognize it. So it kind of might have felt a little alien to you, and it scared you because you were feeling it deep. You were feeling it deep, and it was, like I said, you couldn't get her off your mind, and it scared you, so you just blocked. You blocked instead. You kept on with your life that you had already, you know, put your investment into with this one, and blocked your feelings for her. Then when the time came where you were able to, because you were single again, you right away, like quickly, stepped into another relationship that then turned nasty. The Queen of Swords, yeah, that you realized and you made a rash decision to be with her. This one, instead of, you could have chosen, you know, reconnected with this one possibly. She was the other direction, but you chose to go the direction with this one instead. So guys, I hope that this was helpful for you. Until next month, we'll talk to you again. Bye for now.